Hello, welcome to Topper Machine. I'm Josh Topper. As you can see, we've got a bit of a blizzard going on out there. They're predicting like 6 to 8 inches today. We probably already have 4 inches out there, and then they're talking almost another foot for tomorrow. So we're going to be buried here. But it's nice and warm here in the shop. So we got this job came in. It's a hydraulic cylinder rod, 2.5 inch rod, and we got to cut this clevis off and make 2 new rods and then weld the end on. This rod has got some pitting, probably from being exposed to the elements, and then some scoring down here. So the other one, they didn't send it, but they just cut the clevis off for me, so to save on weight. So let's get this up in the line and let's get started. All right, so what we're using is a 1045 chromed 2.5 inch rod. The chrome is actually a protectant. That's what allows it to slide and not get damaged inside of the gland nut and the seal. Once that chrome is scratched, that starts the failure. Now that's why I put these aluminum pads in my jaws here to protect that chrome and to actually help bite on it and hold the bar, because this stuff's so slippery it'll spin in the chuck. So now that we got it chucked up, let's get it faced off and then start turning it down and get this thing made. All right, so we got our diameter turned down to the 1.5 inches we need, and I switched out to my threading insert, but I took the threading insert out and put a grooving insert in. We need to put a groove for the O-ring that goes here, and this insert's a little narrow, so what we'll do is we'll touch off, come over what we need, make our groove, and then come over another 20 thousandths and finish that groove off, and then we'll hit it with a file, smooth out the edges, and then we'll switch back to our threading insert, thread it, and then put our chamfer on for installing the seals. Okay, we got our threading insert in there. The first thing I'm going to do is get my zero, which I'm just going to eyeball. I set my zero on the readout, and I'll come back over, engage the spindle, and I always use my threading insert to put a little chamfer for starting my thread. And we'll come over, I'll back my compound out to zero, come in, and just bring in the cross slide to touch off. And there it is. And then I'll zero my readout for that as well. Now I'm going to slow down my spindle speed a lot because I'm getting used to this new machine and getting used to the half nut lever and everything, and it's been fun. So we're down to 90 RPM. We're running a 12 pitch thread. So I'm going to turn in my compound 20, actually 40. This is off a little, and we'll wait for a number to come around and engage it. Back out our cross slide, come back, re-zero the cross slide, and I'm going to put a little oil on this. Turn our compound in and engage. Back to zero, a little more on our compound. Now I gotta wait for my dial to come around. Now I'm just going to take a 0 pass just to let the tool pressure catch up and clean up. And then we'll do a test fit quick because it looks like we're close. So we're very close. The nut just about started. So we'll bring it in a little more and we'll just take light passes until we get it to where we want it. And I figure we're close. We ain't got too far to go. Engage the half nut. It's going on about a half a thread, so we'll take another pass. Bring our cross slide back into 0. And I'm impatient, that's why I'm backing up to get to my number. Little tight, so we'll just take a little bit more. That looks good. Not too loose, not too tight. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is put our chamfer here for our starting our seals so we don't damage them. So I'll take this tool off. Put this one in. And then we turn it to get the angle we want. And we'll just run it at that 90 RPM and put our chamfer on. And I don't like how that looks, so we'll speed it up and try to smooth that out. there's the first one all ready to go. I'll get the second one done, and then we'll work on getting the other ends ready to, all we're gonna do is face them off the length, and then we'll get the ends prepped and weld them on. You probably can't see it very well, but it's still snowing here pretty hard. And the wind is really blowing. Okay, so I got all the grinding done, got these cleaned up really nice. And I set it up on a spacer here to get my height right in the center. I'll keep the tube on here, I got it clamped down, I'll clamp my ground to this part, and then I'll tack weld it in a few places and get it to hold. Make sure it's true, weld it up a little more, make sure it's true, and then weld it the rest of the way. This gets a swiveling bearing, so this isn't super critical, but yet it's still critical. So let's get this welded up. Well, there it is. And they're both all welded up. They're a little hot yet. They got to cool off. But that's it. That's how they're done. Now, let's go check out what that snow is doing. Yeah, there's a good 4 inches of this crap out here. Well, with that, we'll end here. Till next time, get out in your shop and get it done right the first time.